How's it going, everybody? Chris Card's back through the mail Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Football is back. Hope everyone's team did well yesterday or Thursday, or they do well tonight for this year's first Monday Night Football game of the new football season. We've got a blank index card in our first of 6 returns today, and we've got a bunch of cards in here. We got Sid Bream. Look at that. Sid signed his studio card. Looks like he signed it right over his facsimile signature, which I would do if I had a baseball card with a facsimile. I'd just trace it. That'd be kind of fun. Sid, 12 years in the bigs, 6 years with the Pirates, probably more well known as a Brave, including the slide, which he deemed an act of God, which was a walk-off for the Braves, 1992 NLCS, getting them to the World Series. No victories, no World Series championships for the Breamer, though. He signs for $1 a card. So 2, 4, 6, 7 cards, including 89 Upper Deck, as well as 87 tops for the sets. Very nicely done there. He inscribes each card with a Bible verse. John 14:16, Luke 9:23. He really mixes it up. This guy has Bible verses for days. There you guys go. Not the send-off I sent him, but yeah, I sent him $10 and 10 cards, and he just signs like an animal. So who needs that many signed Sid Bream cards? I do. And let's move on to return number 2. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Our second return, our wrinkly envelope here. Looks like it got bashed around a bit by the USPS, but the cards inside, they feel pretty good. They look pretty good. I think they're okay. Disaster averted. We've got JT Brewett, lifelong Minnesota Twin. In fact, lifelong Minnesota resident. Where's my Twin fans at? Again, second week in a row. John, are you watching? This is another one. We've got former Golden Gopher JT Brewett, played parts of 2 seasons with the Twins, 92, 93, 106 total plate appearances, 250 career average. Not very good for an outfielder. You need to do better than that. No home runs, unfortunately. I always like to see these guys that had a cup of coffee get at least one Major League home run, as that's got to be an awesome memory. Unfortunately, not for this guy. He didn't hit one. He hit 0, none. He did get his first Major League hit off Jack McDowell, though. That's a pretty good, I guess. Yeah, he was a pretty good pitcher back in the day. So there you have it, guys. JT Brewett, Golden Gopher, college player, drafted in the 11th round by the Twins, and now he is working for the University of Minnesota as a something or other. He works for the college there, and that's it for JT. Let's move on to our third return of the day. All right, gang. This envelope comes to us from, who knows? It's not even stamped. All you see there is the barcode there at the bottom, my name briefly, and let's open this very carefully so as to not ruin the stamp, because I am definitely not going to try to reuse it. That would be probably against the law, maybe a misdemeanor. We've got Don August. Oh, we also signed the index card. Don August, 4-year career, pitcher for the Brew Crew. Silver medalist of the 1984 Olympics. There you go, guys. Inscribed on my 89 Upper Deck card for the set. Very nice, very nice. First round draft pick, 17th overall by the Astros in the 1984 draft. You can find him on Twitter still. He was just tweeting recently about the combined no-hitter from the Brewers from the other day. So pretty cool return from Mr. Don August. Fun fact, one of only 4 players with their last name ending in a month, including Ned November, Johnny January, and Milt May. And only a few of those names I made up. One of those names is real. And all that was incorrect, by the way. But Don August, fun little return from him. That 89 Upper Deck card is going to look pretty sweet in my binder when I throw it in there. And that is it for return numero trace, guys. Let's move on to our 4th return of the day. Envelope number 4 hails to us from Knoxville, Tennessee. Let's see who we have in this envelope. 2 more returns to go after this one. 6 total for today. A regular old TTMM marathon. We've got Doug Boxler there, 1993 Topps Gold. Only 1 card. Chris Card's only sent 1 card to this guy. I must have been having an off day that day, but there you go. Doug played parts of 6 seasons in the Bigs, and there you go. Inaugural Rocky, drafted in the expansion draft there in 92. Never played for the Rockies. In fact, he ended his career with the other expansion team in 92. 93 was the Marlins, but never played for the Marlins either. In between, he played for the Padres. In fact, he was Trevor Hoffman's setup man there for a couple years. And now he is the Toledo Mud Hens pitching coach. In fact, he even was a pitching coach on the Major League team, the Tigers, this year, because they had some COVID issues with their pitching coach. So he was also coaching in the Padres organization at the big league level the last few years as well in San Diego. So lots of big league coaching experience for him after his playing days were over. Funny, he only played 6 years and only had one of his cards. I'm sure he's got other cards out there, but this is the only one I had, and that's the only one I sent. And I got it back. Happy to have it back. Thank you very much, Doug. Let's move on to return number 5. This envelope stamped from Phoenix, Arizona. And we have a signed index card with an emoji on it, with a smiley face on it from Brett Butler. Not only was he a great leadoff hitter, he's also apparently adorable. Very good, very nice return here from Brett Butler. This was my Project Mets Brett Butler sign-off. I've gotten him before, but I got him on like Dodger cards and Giant cards. I think I got my Mets cards signed here, including this incredibly busy Fleer from, 96 perhaps? Terrible card design, but Top Stadium Club, also not very good design of Top Stadium Club. And then a Flair card, and Flair was pretty awesome. So 3 nice cards back from Brett Butler. Super awesome leadoff hitter. Last time I did him on a Through the Mail Monday, I said he was one of the better leadoff men of the 80s. In fact, maybe one of the best leadoff men. I think someone rightfully called me out that in the comments and told me that was not even remotely true. And they were right, but he was still a pretty good leadoff hitter. 732 and 730 plate appearances in back-to-back years. That is incredible. That is incredible. Brett Butler, great return from him. 17 years in the Bigs, 7 of those with the Dodgers, 4 with the Cleveland Guardians. Sorry, Indian fans. I know it's ridiculous. They could have been anything cooler than the Guardians, but they are the Guardians. And yes, I'm just trolling you with the Cleveland Guardians deal. And truth be told, the professional, the baseball club of Cleveland was actually probably a better name than the Guardians, in fact. In fact, the Guardians was New York Guardians. That was an XFL team. And I don't know about you guys, but when those XFL teams came out, those team names came out like 2 years ago, they were so generic and terrible. Oh my God. You have the chance to create brands for all these cool teams and sell all this merchandise, and it was just the names they were given were just terrible. And I can't even imagine in a million years that Cleveland could have came out with the Guardians, but they did, and I'm sure they're going to attribute that to some sort of meaningful deal with the Guardian, but it's just dumb. They could have come up with anything other than that. Spiders, anything. All right, well, that's Brett Butler, guys. We've got one more return for you today. Number 6 coming up right now. Let's end with a bang. Wichita, Kansas, our 6th and final return of the day. And let's see who is in our final return. It's going to be Bob Brauer. Bob Brauer, who played 3 years with the Rangers and 1 year with the Yankees. $80 per deck, signed very nicely. 87 Donruss, and it looks like $88 behind that. All signed very nicely in blue Sharpie. His career was cut short by injuries. And he now works for the evil corporation of Scott Boras. Scott Boras, who is, of course, the agent of the stars in the big leagues. And he's sort of the player representative of the players. He's gone up and down the big leagues. He knows a lot of what these younger guys are dealing with. And he believes his career was cut short due to injuries and misdiagnosis, of course. So he's certainly on a player's side. And I guess it's good to have a former player that's been there, done that, involved with the Scott Boras Corporation. He's been a vice president since 2000, and he's also been he's beyond 2000. He's been there since the 90s. So he's worked for the Scott Boras Company for a very long time. Went to Duke University on a football scholarship. Basketball was always his number one sport, the sport he loved the most, but he was just better at baseball. So there you have it, guys. Bob Brauer. More information about Bob Brauer than you could ever hoped to know or learn, and it came to you today, this morning, this afternoon, tonight, whenever you're watching Through the Mail, Monday, number 139. You can put this one in the books. We are finished, and look at this haul. Holy cow, lots of cards today. All kinds of cards laid out there. Sid Bream for days. JT Brewett, Bob Brauer, of course. Don August. Brett Butler, Doug Boxler. That's a random one for you. Same with JT Brewett. Very sweet returns for Through the Mail Monday number 139. Hope everyone liked it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I do this every single Monday. Would love to have you along for the ride. Hit that like button down below and comment. Let me know what you thought of this week's videos, or just say, hey, Chris, how's it going? And I'll respond. I'll say, hey, man, doing good. How you doing? And we'll have a back and forth in the comment section down below, and we'll have just a grand old time. Hope everyone out there had a fun little football weekend. My Giants aren't doing very good. They're not going to do very good. I just, it is what it is. So I'm a Giants fan, but there's lots of ex-Ducks in the NFL that I follow and enjoy following and kind of root for. So I guess while the Giants are stinking it up with Daniel Jones, I can sort of pull for the Chargers and some other teams out there that have a few Ducks on them. So speaking of Ducks, my University of Oregon Ducks beat the Ohio State Buckeyes on Saturday. How about that? I think that was their first win out of 10 matchups. But hey, who cares? They won. After they struggled against Fresno State, the Bulldogs, last Saturday, I thought this is gonna be tough. But the Bulldogs, they have a great quarterback and they always have a good team. So it's tough to read into games like that, especially the first game of the season. The Ducks are always pretty much terrible at. So it's a shame we didn't get to see Ohio State at home last year at Alton Stadium. That would have been a fun game to go to. They're playing like Stony Brook this Saturday. I was gonna go, but good Stony Brook. It's tough to get excited for that one. But I'm so excited that they beat Ohio State, I might go anyway, just for the heck of it. As long as I can get off work, I'll go. So that's it for this week's Through the Mail Monday. I hope everyone liked it. I got Sunday Night Baseball on right here. 4-2 Mets. Hopefully they hold on to beat the Yanks here. And that's it, guys. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Really have a good time making these videos. Hope you guys like watching them and seeing who I get back on a weekly basis. And that's it, guys. See ya.